Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Connversations podcast.
Welcome.
He spoke already. I haven't even introduced him yet.
I don't need any introductions.
I might just crop it so it's just me, so they can't see you yet.
No, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's
But
all about you.
It's all about me. I
You're
might
the
just
host,
crop the
yeah.
whole episode as just me.
Yeah.
Who's even talking over there?
Some ghosts. It's past Halloween now, but it still can be pretty creepy.
Literally, yeah. It is. Today is actually the 3rd of November. This will be coming out on the 16th. Crazy. But no, this episode is actually very special to me.
Oh,
It is. Honestly,
buttering me up already.
I am joined by someone I've known, as we've said on the journey here, my entire existence.
Damn.
Mike Ash, the man, the myth, the legend. Well, not myth. Maybe not myth.
Well, it's all a part of your imagination.
Yeah.
It's just like your imaginary friend talking right now.
That's all it. No, Mike is so much more than that.
Although-
Welcome, Mike. Woo! As you were, sorry.
As I were.
Were you saying something?
I don't know. I can't remember.
I don't know. Anyway, Mike is here, and I want to explain what I mean by my entire existence.
Yeah.
When I say entire existence, I literally mean the moment I came out of my mother's womb.
Wonderful. No, I don't want that. I don't think they would want that either, but yeah.
But okay, maybe not in that depth. But the point I'm getting across is that I pretty much knew you since I was born.
Yes.
I don't think there's any, because...
Me and Con would torture you quite nicely, I reckon.
There's a lot of stories
Yes,
as well.
We've got some good stories.
So yeah, I've known Mike my whole life. As you've just realised as well, Mike was best mates with Connor.
Best friends. Well, my
literally.
first friend, sort of like growing up.
I think that's a good place to start this podcast, actually. Like we said, the first ever memories of us and Connor.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, where did you meet Connor? I mean, I know this. I'm just repeating this to them.
Well, it's just sort of like when I was probably like 4 or 5. So
Yeah,
very young.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was always sort of, from a very young age, he was just very caring and sort of very open. Just very.
Oh really?
Yeah. Honestly, like, he was just an amazing person to be around with.
Yeah.
Like, he would just help out anybody and everybody.
I feel like as well with Connor, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but the vibe I always got from him, he was like that. He was kind of like in between the cool kids and the.
He was that happy medium.
And I think a lot of people probably thought, oh, like Connor, but actually, when you get to speak to him, he's a really, he was a really cool guy.
Yeah. And he would always get into like to these weird and wacky things, like. Like most of the time he would be like, oh, I'm making go-karts, and he'd be like, right, okay. And this was like when we were in secondary school,
That is such a good
and
way
it's
of
just
wording
like, yeah, honestly, it's just so random. He'd be like, all right, I'll help you out with that, but okay.
Because obviously we can't mention, the other thing I said, we can't mention names, unfortunately, on the podcast, but I know exactly who he did it with. And
Yes.
those times, man, and I know those boys, and we will say it off camera. But yeah, I remember
course.
him. I remember making those go-karts, and I was like, oh my
Yeah.
God. He
Yeah.
was so random.
Honestly, like very, very happy memories with Connor. After school, sort of like Nerf fights where,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh my God, Nerf fights.
Nerf fights, yep. He'd come round and I would just be like, yeah, let's make a war zone.
So I'm going back a long time here. Like when you first met Connor, I'm talking like
back when.
22, 23 years ago. I don't know how long it was. Is it close? I'm not calling you old.
Oh, don't worry, you're not far
20,
behind.
23, 24. No, I'm not. I'm only 4 years.
Oh, well, it's going to
5.
be my birthday soon, so.
Oh, damn. It's literally a few days.
29 years old.
Is it literally in like a few days, isn't it? Or is it a couple weeks?
A couple of days.
It's literally the
Sixth.
6th. I was going to say 5th. I was either going to be a few days' time or it was like a week. I couldn't remember which one.
Yeah.
Damn. So then we're back to 5 years. I'm still 24. But what I wanted to ask is, how do you remember like what it was that brought you and Connor together?
To be honest, it's such a long time ago. It's just like, I'd imagine it'd just be like, hi, I'm Michael. And it'd just be like, and then you just like play in the playground and just do
Connor.
Hi, I'm Connor. Yeah, that sort of thing.
And then it was probably like, I guess the interest as well. You mean you you quite like Yu-Gi-Oh as well. Did you like Yu-Gi-Oh? Actually? I don't know if you.
You know what? You know that episode with Aaron, and he was talking about the crystal beasts and everything. I do my research.
I'm very impressed at you. Well done.
But yeah, I felt sort of like quite happy that he actually used my cards that I gave him, and I was just like, because I never really used them, and I was just like,
They were your ones.
they were, yeah, and it's just like, it's just nice that he used them and properly, and he actually beat somebody with them, but he would always used to beat me because like just he was so good at Yu-Gi-Oh.
He was
like like I think there was, what was it, the weird deck thing?
What's it called? No,
it's something X.
Yes,
GX, is it?
It was Yu-Gi-Oh! GX was the show. Oh, what was it called?
Something like that. But it's like a deck thing on your hand.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it was so cool.
And
I
you
have
just
one of those.
all the
I don't know
cards-
where it's gone now, but
I wish it was still around because
honestly, if they did that now, like I reckon it would just sell like hotcakes.
wasn't it electric as well? And they all popped out.
Yeah. Well, something like
kind
that.
of.
It would flash. It would make sounds.
Yeah. I think there was a part of it where like.
Yeah. And they probably go for like hundreds now.
Yeah, agreed.
Like any old toy, it would be like, yeah, I'm spending £1,000 on this shit.
Because I was wondering that, and obviously that's where you and Connor kind of like got that friendship that you had your similar interests.
Of course, yeah, like blades, all that
Yeah.
sort of stuff.
Oh,
Honestly, like any retro toy is just memory lane.
do you know most of my age will not know what Yu-Gi-Oh is? It's crazy.
Honestly, it's a weird thing.
What have we done to the world?
Honestly,
what's happened?
with technology? I think it's not as good.
No,
I don't think,
I
because
agree.
like something solid in your hand that you're actually physically
Agreed.
doing, it helps your mind a bit more. Whilst you're looking at a screen, it's not the same.
Completely agreed. I feel like there's a lot more brain rot.
Call
today.
me old fashioned.
Yeah, there's a lot more brain rot these days.
Yeah, especially with all the reels. Jesus Christ.
Although saying that, so we're on a massive tangent here. We were talking about ASDF the other day,
Oh,
and that was
Yeah.
our generation's brain rot.
yeah.
I like trains. Vroom.
Yeah, that is honestly.
Like, it was like there was brain rot on our time. I'm sure. But,
so much brain rot.
yeah, but I mean, Mike, even with you, like my memories was I don't mind saying because I don't live there anymore. But like when I lived in Victoria Road,
Yes.
like so many memories. Like I think out of all of like Connor's friends at the time, and there were a few, and I won't obviously name them, but you're the one that always, like, if I thought of Connor's
Always
friends,
round. Always, yeah.
If I thought of Connor's mates at that time, it was you, Mike. And
Yeah.
I remember 20 plus years ago, like being there,
Oh.
the COD days.
Yeah.
Did you do? Do you remember when Connie used to love Robin Hood? Do you remember that?
Vaguely, yes.
Yeah, wasn't
Robin
as
Hood,
big.
but also Batman as well.
Batman was
he was crazy about Batman.
That was way bigger.
Like, huge.
You really knew him inside out. Damn.
Yeah.
I've never spoke to
it's-
someone that knows this much about Connor.
Yeah.
That's-
And like suddenly these things just pop into your head and you'd be like, oh yeah, that was
Yeah,
Connor.
yeah.
But yeah.
It was like what you said about Pocket God. While I was like, what? I don't
Yeah,
remember
Pocket
that.
God, yeah. Like,
Like,
it's-
all these old iPhone games and stuff.
yeah,
But
yeah.
there was a lot there. But yeah, with your childhood, when I spoke about Connor, I mean, you said before we started recording,
Yeah.
you've had
I had quite a struggling sort of like school experience of just where, because I've got dyslexia.
yes,
It would affect me written way and also verbally as well. So I would
really,
yeah, I would struggle getting my words out. Even just now, just talking, just be like, just struggling
wow.
to, because it's all in my head. I've got it all there.
Yeah, if you
but
explain it, yeah.
Just trying to explain myself is extremely difficult.
Is it kind of like even thinking about, like, you've got you've got it in your head about how you want to describe it,
Oh yeah,
and then it's just
and
gonna
it
get
just
out.
comes out as verbal diarrhea.
But can I say you're doing very well?
Thank you.
I would
Thank
not
you very
even-
much.
Genuinely would not have noticed that. Genuinely, it's really good.
Many years of practice.
Well,
sir.
yeah.
Many years of practice.
I mean, going back to school then with that.
Yeah.
I mean, completely different.
I mean,
ballgame.
like doing school plays, like they'll try to get me to sort of this is in primary school, and like they'd say, Mike, read this, and my face would go bright red.
Yeah, yeah.
And I would try and read it, and it was just not happening. And my parents weren't particularly happy with that because, you know, I wouldn't get homework because home was a safe place for me.
Yeah.
And they didn't need the external stress. So yeah.
So like when you say your parents weren't happy, was that the way that the school treated you?
No, they did understand it.
That's good.
But I think of where it was still early days and they didn't have the facilities. Which is weird to say because like these days it's just like, oh, I've got ADHD, I've got, you know, autism, I've got dyslexia, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And it's knowing the needs of that person and catering for them.
Yeah.
Whilst I think schools don't really particularly, there's so many people in the world, it's just like you can't physically do that.
Just spot on.
And, you know, it's just pushing people through a curriculum, and it's not okay.
I cannot agree more. One thing I'll say that as well, this is quite a controversial thing I'm going to say, but there was like a period I want to say like when I started school in like the thousands and stuff where there weren't like people weren't diagnosed with this neurodivergent like ADHD, autism as widely as they are today. And I got quite lucky. I almost feel like I was in sort of like a sweet spot where obviously I left your primary school to go to a special
because you just disappeared off the face of the earth. I saw you for
where's
like
Finn gone?
Where's Finn? And he's just like I was just like, oh, he's gone to another school. I was like,
because I was in like year 1 or year 2 and
or year R or something like that.
It was really, and it was like what the fuck. And with that I got in quite a nice sweet spot where these provisions weren't overrun as they are today. So I got in. I mean, my mum had to really fight for it, but I managed to get into a provision. But I mean, today,
well, secondary school was a lot better for me because.
Oh, okay.
Can we say schools and stuff?
You can, because I was at the same school and in the same. So please, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, Westlands.
Woo!
Whoa!
Big up Westlands. Whoa!
Loads of like seagull shitting on you every time. Honestly, like every non-school uniform day,
so good.
You would guarantee to have your nice shirt and everything trendy. And then it would just be shat upon.
You'd be shat on. We've mentioned that before the podcast. Before.
Well, you have, yeah.
Well, sorry.
Because I'm a massive fan.
You remember it?
I follow everything.
Every single bit. But yeah, I mean, so after primary school, you had that experience and stuff. Obviously, dyslexia was a struggle. Is this a good time to move into secondary school for you now?
Was it anything you want to touch on with? I honestly, like, all my friends, like everybody in my year group, in primary school, they would all do their part, and you know, even just a little nuance, and it would boost my own confidence, and I am so grateful for that. So for whoever's watching now, thank you. And thank you for the memories.
No, exactly. Because I mean, I remember a lot of those people. Because obviously, you and Connor would say that, and you had a really good year group. I felt
honestly the best. I think because like you would hear things like going down the line and they'd be like, they're absolutely horrible. They're doing nasty things to the teachers. And it's just like, oh my God, the swearing and all sorts. Oh my God.
What? But all those names and stuff, like, I know loads of them. And I remember you just hear each person, you're like, they were actually really cool to have in your group. And like, I'm guessing you're quite grateful for those people.
Yeah. And I think in some ways it's also a very difficult thing of where when you're sort of going into all these different schools and things, you break up that bond and you do feel a little bit more sort of in some ways vulnerable. Because like it's all sort of like taken away from you. You don't know many people. And
God, that's big time,
Yeah. And it's a struggle in itself, isn't it? Yeah. And it also links with, you know, going from school to work.
Oh God,
big style.
That's so true.
Yeah,
I never even think about that, but in fact it's almost bigger.
It's huge.
Because you're not even.
Well, it's like you're just about to sort of like you're looking into a pool, and this is a personal fear for me, but I can't swim very well.
No,
I've got a phobia of just like water and stuff, but
that's a very valid one as well.
Yes,
like,
there might be sharks in there.
Swallows, you never know.
Like, oh God. Yeah,
there might be.
All those people is just like, oh my God.
My friend Luke Gilbert might be swimming at the bottom.
He's like, dun.
He's coming for you. He'll be there. But yeah, no, it's a big one. But to go back into when you moved into Westland. Sorry,
yes.
I completely skimmed over that. And
no,
we were at the same school, and although we're like 4 years apart, I do remember you being there.
Yeah,
I do remember seeing you. So how was that transition for you in the end?
It was better.
That's good.
It was better. It wasn't worse, but it was better. And the teachers getting that one-to-one thing, because I was in the disc prof.
Yes. And so was I. I wasn't.
You know what? I can't like. No. I'm so sorry, but I cannot remember you being in there that much. But
I wasn't as well. I think I used to come for some lunchtimes.
Right.
I only ever saw you once in there. That was
for all the years that I was there.
How crazy! So you went to sixth form, didn't you?
I didn't.
No, you didn't.
I went to Canterbury College.
This must have been year 7, which is why I saw you once. That makes sense.
Yes,
that makes sense, because I was in year 7 when you were in year 11. That makes so much more sense. Because I was thinking, why did I not see Mike all my time?
Yes.
So I remember, because you do art, don't you?
Yes,
you did.
Yes. And from a very young age, I liked art.
I always loved art.
Yeah, and it was one of my outlets. And you know, one of the teachers really, really helped me, like in primary school. And also there was another teacher that Connor relentlessly kept on saying to me, because I pissed off this teacher, and clearly he probably had way too much to drink the day before, so he had a bit of a hangover. But I had a go-karting thing, and this would be the first time I went go-karting, so it was quite like, go-karting, go-karting, all this business.
No.
And literally in his Irish accent, he was like, Michael, shut up. It was just like,
I know the teacher as well.
Yeah.
I know exactly.
And Connor used to keep on saying that. It's like, Michael, shut up.
And you were like 10 years old.
Yeah, and I was just like, okay.
I'm so sorry, sir.
Sorry, sir. Yeah.
That was Connor's favourite teacher as well, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Up there.
Yeah.
Michael, shut up.
Michael, shut up. It's honestly.
That is such a funny.
Yeah.
Did he kind of repeat that like quite a lot? Like,
so much. Nearly every time I saw him.
Really?
Yeah, he was just like, you all right, mate? Michael, shut up.
Even
and that's it. That's all he needed to say.
Even
I was like Con.
Even like into like your 20s, like you
still. Yeah.
Shut up.
There's something about like an Irishman saying, you know, shut up.
It's the fact you full name dropped you as well. Michael.
Yeah, Michael.
That is so good. That is excellent.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, obviously Westlands came about and you had that bit more support, which is so good. And when you're here, you're doing very well, like I said. And
thank you.
What was it in secondary school? Was it just having that one-to-one time to help you?
Sort of, yeah. And I still struggled. Like, you know, with anything. You know, I did a lot of my learning through secondary school, because I think primary was more sort of a social thing for me than a actual learning experience. Because
so young.
Yeah, exactly, like maths, English. I used to love my science because that was an actual physical thing.
Yeah.
It's just like, you know, it would affect your day-to-day life. Science and art was my jam.
Well, it's kind of like your creative outlet as well.
Exactly. Like you could do whatever you want, see what happens.
Yeah.
It's great. And honestly, like it's, you know, play is the best way of learning.
Yes, agreed. Yeah, it's almost like trial and error. Like you just play around
and fuck around, see what happens.
Yeah. In the good way.
Yeah, in a nice way. Yeah.
I feel like with art, I've always wanted to know this. How do you grade art? Because isn't it so subjective? Like, what's good and what
you know
isn't?
what? It still baffles me to this day.
My art's good.
Yeah, get a C. How?
Yeah,
how?
Mate,
I've made a stick drawing. This is great. This is what I
it.
love about art. It's just
so
like,
good.
I've made the most shittiest thing and I've got to see for
And
it.
yet you can't tell me
Yeah.
it's bad because
Yeah.
it could actually be
And then
really
you paint the Mona Lisa and you'd be like, don't
F.
like that, F.
Yeah.
It's like,
No.
it's just how well you get on
How
with the teacher,
could
I
this
suppose.
happen to me? I made my mistakes. I love it. But actually, sorry, kind of not more serious, but just to really like dig into, because I think that's really interesting about like the dyslexia and stuff. And if you're happy to talk about it a bit more,
Of course.
I think it's really good because obviously last episode we had that wasn't me.
Yes.
Was Tom, and he spoke about his speech.
Yes, he
problems.
did. Yeah.
And I found that really insightful. So
Yeah.
I wanted to speak to you about that now you brought it
Right.
up. And did you find like you really like felt a bit not, I don't know if insecure is the right word, but it just talking to people.
Disattached.
Yeah.
Unattached.
Unattached is a good way of wording it, actually. Did you find it that way?
Yes, it was like I would feel, even though like I've still got my friends around me and stuff, I would still feel that sort of like detachment from them, because you would see them doing their own thing, doing well, and thriving.
Yeah.
And you think, God, I wish I could do that. And even now, like I see people and they're sort of like they're writing all these beautiful bits of poetry and all sorts, being very creative in their own way. And you think, oh, I wish I could do that. And the amount of brain power that I've got to do just to get to that level is just crazy amount.
Which I didn't even realize this, Mark, until we're on the podcast. And even just thinking about the fact that I feel really grateful now that I'm not saying this, but I just feel lucky that I don't have to think about the next word constantly.
Yeah.
For you,
for me, it's constant.
I'm not saying that like, oh, look, I mean more in a way that I actually really respect the fact that that is a lot harder.
And it also, in a mental health way, it sort of links to it as well. Well, it's all in your head, isn't it? But it's, it makes you hyper aware and hyper analytical.
Yeah.
And that's where it's sort of like, for me, going into work, and I'll touch on it a bit later.
Yeah, of course.
That's where my sort of underlying sort of like stresses come under.
Where that kind of started bubbling from there.
Yeah.
So if we're talking like pre sort of 2019, which is when obviously unfortunately kind of passed, which we'll get into obviously. But before that, secondary school and stuff, because obviously you left in 2013?
13, 14.
That's what
13, yeah.
13.
Yeah, because I was in college in 14.
That was it then. That was it. So so obviously you had that period and stuff, but during school, there was nothing really else to add on mental health wise. Like, did you feel like you were?
I didn't think about my mental health back then, because it was just it was all focused on learning.
It was like
and what sort of person you wanted to be.
Yes.
It's it's a difficult thing to describe, because you just feel the moment when you're young. It's just like,
I know exactly.
You have no cares at all.
I know exactly what you mean. It's kind of like, you're just gaming. You're
just chatting rubbish.
All I did for like during sixth form, I mean not sixth form, secondary school, which I think is what you're saying. Is like I would just go home, play FIFA. I mean, I love football. See, I'd just play FIFA and stuff, and like,
football, me gone.
And then again, my mates would knock for me. Would play football outside, or I'd have a bit of homework to do. Oh no,
yeah.
Mental health didn't affect me big time either. So realistically,
but it's a long-term thing, mental
big
health,
time.
And you don't think of it at the time. I'm not a religious person, but I always think Buddhism.
You went to a Catholic primary.
Catholic primary, yes.
You went to a Catholic primary. You are.
You know what? Sex education was very interesting.
Oh my god!
They didn't
primary. That'd have been crazy.
Honestly, they had to. I think they separated.
Please, I want to know.
They separated the girls and the boys, and it was just like,
that's crazy. So,
because I think if the completely different genders, you don't know what's going on with other,
No.
and it's completely foreign because you know what's happening for yourself, not other people.
I'm actually interested. I mean, I know again, this is going back a long time. You probably won't remember, but like, do you know if they in the sex education they actually taught you about the female, or was it?
I think it was just purely male. I think,
That's nuts
and it's
if it
just
is.
like half of the population are female.
Yeah.
And he's just like, well, what's the other half?
What's the
then?
other half, guys? Like, please.
Tell me.
That's crazy.
And yeah, and they, it was one of those things. It wasn't much of an education until secondary school, which is fair enough, but still, like, you need to know the basics.
Yeah.
The basics are key.
Yeah.
The basics are key.
That's so funny to hear. Actually.
Yeah,
That's
and
crazy.
that's the whole grounds of education is, knowing the basics.
Yeah. Because my one, I remember my one at primary school, and like you learn both. Like they gave, we're all together in one class, and they, told you both. I was horrified. Like, what?
What the hell?
What's gonna happen to me? No.
Yeah, and I think they do scare you as well. Like
Yeah.
they sort of like say, oh, there's these horrible things out there, and they do prepare you for it. But it's just like
I'm
they
only 10.
scaremonger you. It's just like, oh my
I'm
god,
only 10 or 11. No, what?
yeah, no.
It's so funny. I remember
Crazy.
I remember coming home from like school, and Connor was at home playing Call of Duty. Would you believe it?
Crazy.
Would you believe it? I remember going to him. I was so young. I was saying, like, "Oh, I had sex ed today, bro." Like, so random. Like, why did you just open a conversation like that? I can't remember exactly what he said. He was like, I can't remember. He was like, "Oh, cool." That was basically
Cool.
it. Cool. Yeah. He didn't really give
It was a cool.
He gave no shits. He was like,
It was a cool lesson.
Yeah. I can't remember what it was, but I remember coming out and I was like, "Oh, learn about this, bro." I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Cool." Just sat there playing MW2. I think at that point,
Yeah.
like, probably MW2 or something like. But yeah, it was just so funny, like looking back and like, oh man.
Honestly though, but like, it's me and Connor would play, all the time.
Yeah.
and-
Yeah, we should actually probably get into that with school. So at secondary school, did you stay really good friends with Connor?
We sort of like trailed off.
Yeah.
Secondary school because you had like all the different classes. and,
different groups.
Yeah, and I was sort of like at the bottom of my sort of like, what was it, tutors I was at. So
Yes. Oh, the communities.
the community.
Because I was Norman. I was a bloody Norman.
No.
But yeah, so yeah, Connor was Stuart. And you
Stewart's. I
were you
was
Stuarts as well?
No, I was Tudors.
were Tudors. You were yellow tie.
Yellow.
Yellow
yeah.
tie. There
Yellow
we go.
ties.
Yellow tie.
Up the yellow ties. All the
Yeah.
all the I think all the sort of like well-behaved kids were Tudors, weren't they?
Can I quickly say? Oh, it was so funny looking back at school when like it was like really trendy to have a really short tie.
Yes.
Do you remember?
And then what was it? What was the thing where they pull the tie down? It would be like
peanut.
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 They would just peanut you.
Peanut.
And then peanut.
Yeah, peanut. And then like some people were really clever and put like a 2p coin.
Yes. Yeah.
Brain.
And then you
brain.
probably get like the 2p coin up in your throat. You'd be like,
Yeah, literally. Oh, peanut was outrageous.
yeah.
That was good times. But anyway, so you kind of like, not like kind of drifted because you had your own friendship.
Yeah, you had your own friendship groups, and like we were still friends. We'd talk online more than we did in person.
It's a big school, may I add, as well.
Huge.
No one went to Westlands. If any of you guys didn't go, it was a big school.
Huge.
So
Well, it was an academy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an academy. So you literally would not have seen Connor for like days on end.
Yeah.
It's just so big.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa.
Vast.
Yeah. I mean, did you play PlayStation with him still every now and then?
Of course.
Because I feel like we
Of course.
even did.
We
jumped
we
on.
played GTA.
That was it.
Yeah.
Would it have been 5 at that point, or would it have been 4
5.
still? Because I remember
5.
I was on the cusp of 4. Like I was just about.
Yeah, you were at the tail end of the 4.
Just because I was like 11 at that time. So yeah, but it was 5. I remember that, and good times.
Yeah, very good.
Good times.
Honestly, but playing zombies, like Connor introduced me to it. Playing in your old house, like lights dim low
Pitch
and everything.
black.
Pitch black, and I think even James was there as well.
It was AVTV as well. Isn't that how old we're getting? There would have been like an old
Oh,
AVTV.
honestly, it was just a brick of
it was a brick. It
was just
Ugh.
yeah. Honestly,
Oh, it scares
I
me.
hid behind the sofa.
Do you remember it was in mine and Connor's bedroom? And I think what you're referring to is that we actually at one point...
It was at the front of the house, wasn't it?
Yes. Do you remember that we in our room once had like? Did we have like a sofa in our room at one point? And we had it close to the TV.
Yes, you did.
This is what we're talking about, isn't it? And I remember those nights so well.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Oh God, and we have it dark.
It's amazing, honestly.
I think Connor knew that like it was scared because
it scared me.
Guys, I want to say this to the camera. If you ever played Call of Duty World at War and you were about, I was probably 6 years, 7 years old at the time. You'd have been 11.
11, yeah.
Pushing 11. That was
Terrifying.
fucking scary. That was fucking scary.
You would see limbs blown off, people screaming, people crying. Honestly.
Character building.
Yeah. On set trauma.
It was crazy.
Yeah. And I'd get nightmares.
Yeah.
And there were plenty of other games out there as well that would make me...
Especially that time, you're like, oh my God.
That made me cry in my sleep.
It was scary, mate.
Honestly.
And
probably games, well, they have a rage rating for a reason, but we didn't care. Look how well we turned out.
Yeah, literally. So I think World at War was like a 16 as well. Something crazy. It should have been an 18.
I thought it was an 18.
It's got to be an 18, surely.
But yeah. Also, one of the happy memories, because we would still go-karting and stuff.
Please, talk about Connor.
With Connor.
Yeah.
Towards the end, it was just like, I beat him at FIFA eventually, and he was absolutely livid.
I remember that.
And I beat him on penalties. And I was just like, yes!
Because the thing is, you're a gamer. So you're not going to be terrible at any of these games.
No, well, we used to like play sort of like on the same team sometimes. And I'd cross it and he'd strike it in. And he'd be like, mate, how do you cross it in? I was just like, just press square and just off you go. I was just like, I can never do that. It's like, that's amazing. But yeah, I beat him at FIFA, but also he beat me at go-karting as well.
Did he actually finally beat you?
He finally beat me at go-karting, and I was just like, you know what? That is amazing.
I remember this because you must have been like 14 at the time.
Something like that. There's a picture of me sort of like looking at it. Well, I think we were even younger as well, and there's like him sort of trying to explain it, and there's me going, you what? Just... Yeah,
that's something. I think especially that's really bittersweet. Actually, that you both had your win in each way before you passed.
And it's lovely in a way.
I think as well, like looking on Connor, and it's so obviously fucking traumatic that. And
honestly, like I was. Before I went to work, and this is when I was doing care work.
Is this when you're
This is when I'm working, and I was playing games, which I never really do in the mornings, but I decided to jump on early, chat with some mates.
Oh, everybody's nice, really. Actually.
I was talking to Ryan.
Oh,
and he was very quiet. I was like, "You're right, mate." He was like, yeah. I was like, "Oh, it's a bit odd." So I went to work, and didn't think of anything of it.
No.
And
Ryan DeFalco, sorry.
Yeah, Ryan.
Yeah. I'll do pronounce his surname.
Yeah, but
please tell me.
Yeah, and then sort of like just starting my shift, and then I get a text from Connor CBR, and I said, I need to talk to you about something. And I was like, all right, just text away or something. No, he said, I need to call you. So I went outside, and he told me all about it, and first of all, it was just the shock.
It's hearing those words, isn't it?
And I was angry. I was shocked. I was crying my eyes out in this garden, this massive garden. God. One of the residents came up to me and said, "You okay?" I was just like, I'm trying to sort of like calming myself down. Be like,
traumatic, isn't it?
Yeah. And I had to go into this little office, which is very much like this one.
Like a little mobile.
Mobile, yeah. And it was just a converted barn, effectively, a shed.
Right, yeah.
And they said, we can't let you home. Because I was just in a mess. God. I was bawling my eyes out.
Yeah.
And they said, have you got anybody to take you home? I was just like, no, my family are on holiday.
I didn't know that.
They were up at Dorset, and it was only my brother that could take me home. Because obviously I ride my motorbike, and it's just like...
You're in no state of riding motorbike.
Yeah, and it's just like, I said, I'm fine to ride. Like, I just need a cup of coffee and tea, and just sit down and soak it all in and just make sure, everything's all right.
Yeah. But how do you even calm yourself down in that situation? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, and it still blows my mind today. But I had a day off, and they wouldn't let me have any more time off because of it.
Just a day, and then you had to go.
Yeah,
back.
just a day and go back, and I was still absolutely distraught.
Just want to say to everyone, you basically lost a brother. I don't think it was just a friend.
Pretty much, yeah. I lost my brother from another mother, effectively.
That was exactly what it was.
Yeah.
So hearing that is that.
Thanks,
Mike. I didn't realise any of that.
Yeah, and even just talking about it now,
it brings you back, doesn't it?
Yeah, and you get the whole lump in your throat and stuff,
yeah.
and yeah, it's
when you say it, isn't it? And I'm sure I don't even use the words a lot that Connor's not here anymore. It's that realization that crap, he's not here. Like
it's the realization, isn't it? It's the what is it? The mortality of it's just life, and it's accepting it. And it's a horrible thing that's happened. And I remember Connor talking about it, over on PlayStation, and he said all these things, and he was just like, "Oh, I'm not happy," all this stuff. I just didn't know how to take it.
No. How do you say anything to him?
No, well, exactly. I was just like, "You're gonna have to mute me. I can't listen to it. I can't. Yeah, I can't cope with it because you mean so much to me.
Yeah,
is that I can't hear you say doing this to yourself.
It breaks you just hearing that.
Yeah, and it's like you're under so much pain. It hurts me to hear.
Yeah. Which is very valid, by the way, because it was so hard.
And all in all, he did actually mute me and discuss it with the group and stuff. But
that's good. At least you had other people.
Yeah, and I remember sort of like I put my headset down and going straight to my mum and be like, I was thinking about all this stuff, and she said, you can do all that you can do, and there's nothing more. It's up to him.
Yeah, that's the harsh reality of it.
And and you just got to sort of like try and not think about it too much, otherwise it'll just make you go loopy.
Seeing the way things go, do you still have like those what ifs? Like what?
Oh, of course, like anybody, it's just
saying.
I remember, I think in another podcast, I think somebody else said, he mentioned something on Snapchat, and I remember seeing it on Snapchat, the post.
I didn't, and I think it was Nick.
Yeah, and I saw it as well, and I even sort of texted him saying, "You okay?" Like in my heart of hearts, I thought, should I just jump on my bike and just go?
Yeah.
And just go there as quickly as possible. And I thought, well, I didn't know that you were away on holiday at the time.
So it was. So Mark
was there.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, surely he's got his family with him, so he's going to be all right.
Yeah.
I'll send him a text, and I did. And I didn't get a response. I went to sleep. And then, obviously, the next day, the following things happened.
And then, like you say, you're angry, and all these emotions come up, and you're like, like you're probably just, that sounds harsh, but you're probably thinking, I wish I'd just got on the bike.
Oh, yeah, exactly. It's just,
What if? I mean,
it's all these what ifs, and you think, what if I did this? But I think, you just go crazy.
I mean, Mum said it before, and I hope she doesn't mind me saying this because she probably will watch this. She loves you to bits, Mike. When she heard you coming on, genuinely, she was really pleased to hear. She's always asked. I haven't said this, but she always asked after you when I was.
Really?
Yeah, she's like, "How's Mike doing?" Whenever she knows that you're, come to the Technicon sort of thing, she always like, "How's Mike, by the way? How's he doing?"
Oh, sorry, I didn't go to the last one, by the way.
Don't be silly.
You know what? I had a hangover that day.
Wait, I think you were there.
No, I wasn't.
Wait. Bro's like, no, I wasn't.
No, I wasn't. I was in bed, hungover.
Was it the Wednesday before? No, it was last Wednesday. Oh, I don't know. There was a week you weren't there, and it was you hung over. Well, you were so hungover, you don't even know. But yeah,
Yeah.
Mum's always saying it, and to go back to what I was
Yes,
saying.
yeah.
I hope my mum won't mention this, but we've had lots of conversations, obviously, about Connor and like the what ifs and stuff. And she said before, like we could have like, do you know how like it sounds horrible, like in prisons and stuff, like they'd have like suicide watch, wouldn't they, and stuff. And
I think you do get that.
you could like, Mum meant hypothetically, like we could have policed Connor and watched him 24/7.
But
what life would have he had?
exactly, and the thing is like sometimes if you police or sort of sometimes you just need to let that person go. Particularly with my own mental health, because I lost a full year with mental health.
Yes, which we will. Yeah.
And that's purely because of work and stress and just everything that's just happened to me over the years. It just because I had no sort of like outlet, I just let it happen.
Yeah.
I just, just went, right, it's happened, carry on going and not feel it.
Like a sponge without squeezing it out.
Yeah, sponge without squeezing.
It's all coming in and nothing's...
Exactly. And, and then it all just went. But, I was... Yeah, it felt like all my emotions got dialed up to 11, effectively. Yeah. And I just went fully sort of like... Yeah.
Was there like bits in particular? Obviously, Connor's in that mix.
Yeah, Connor was in there, but obviously, and work and how I was treated.
Yes. Yes, I remember that now.
Yeah, and when you've been told to man up so many times, and it's just like get on with it, because I would deal with people with learning disabilities. And challenging behaviour, and they would, scratch, spit, you name it, they would do it. They would do it.
Yeah.
Very, very challenging.
It just eats you up, doesn't it?
And there were times of where I could just barely make it home on my motorbike. I would sort of come through the door like a T-Rex going like that with a headache.
I shouldn't laugh.
Like
the way you're wording
almost like Emperor Palpatine just going,
Palpatine.
Yeah.
But no, obviously I'm not laughing at that. The way you're describing it.
Just walk in like an elderly man.
But yeah, Mike, that's awful, especially at that age you were. What, 23 at the time?
Yeah, like 23, 24.
That sort of time. That's no age to be like
Palpatine. I'll just have all my motorcycle gear on, and I would just collapse on the sofa with my helmet on.
Yeah.
and then my mum would come over and just sort of like lift my leg up and just take my boots off and just be like, "You okay?" I'll be like,
no.
No.
Can't even say any words.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Mike. So how long were you in that job for in the end?
5 years. And like people say
5 years.
5 years of that.
I did not know it was that long.
And it's a very female sort of based thing, because obviously naturally women are more caring.
Agreed.
There's more caring. You got different people that
it's a motherly bone. Isn't it? Nurturing sort of.
Yeah, it's that sort of thing. But I think men can also be that way as well.
Look at us with this podcast.
Exactly. Of course. Say no more.
Look at us. Hit me up, girls.
I'm free. I'm single.
Literally. But God, Mike, 5 years.
Yeah, 5 years. And of where a behaviour would happen, and they'll be like, "Oh, Michael will sort it out," and I would have to be all parenty and be like, "Right, you can't do this, wag the finger, all this sort of business," and try and calm them down as much as possible. But this would be on weeks on end behaviour, and they would call you in even on your holiday. They'll be like, "We need your help," and and it was. Yeah, there were some illegal practices going on.
Yeah.
And it's just like you would do 14.5-hour shift and then do another one after that.
There's a certain amount of time between shifts.
I knew people that would do that for the week, 14-hour shift. And I said to him, how how are you even functioning right now? Let alone looking after somebody else and looking after yourself.
Yes.
And, you know, this is where I sort of lost it as well, because, you know, I started crying every shift uncontrollably.
This after Con passed.
This was after Con
Yeah,
passed.
yeah.
And, you know, all these sort of like emotions just started bubbling up from nowhere. I just started crying all the time uncontrollably. And one time the manager shouted at me for like just the most simplest of things. And it's the, as I said earlier, it's the way I got treated.
That's awful.
Yeah, and like you're looking after somebody and then they have a go at you for not sweeping outside, and you'd be like, well, that can wait. I'm looking after so and so right now. What takes priority, sweeping or an actual person?
Some bosses are
and
awful.
Honestly, like I snapped. I was just like,
to them.
Yeah.
Show him his boss. Yeah, Mike, show him his boss.
Honestly, I was just like, I didn't shout, but it's just like I never shout unless I need to. Or unless it's a proper, you know, do or die situation.
Yeah, that's very rare for you, Mike. The way you are, you're
honestly like, and the first, you know, first thing I was just like, I just got to get out. Yeah, just got to go. So I handed in my resignation, and the funniest thing was when I handed it over and she read it, she was like, "Oh, I'm not a bad person, you know."
Is that
and she said that as soon as I said, I was just like, "Well," I didn't know what to say about that.
You didn't even call her a bad person.
No, I didn't.
Which goes to show.
And I was just like, right, I made the right choice. And
oh god,
yeah, honestly, that place was an absolute.
Especially it's supposed to be a caring sort of place. Like,
yeah, you would think it would be like the most loving place, wholesome place. Even my dad warned me about going there, but I needed the money.
Don't we always?
And it's just like, but it's also doing something good as well. You know, I did find it rewarding at times. There were nice bits. It wasn't all bad. Like anything, you know, you can dwell on.
Yeah.
And this is, you know, with the human way of things, we tend to dwell on all the negatives.
Yes, but it's natural.
It's natural, but I think that's just the way of saying, oh, how can I better myself? And, you know, how can I learn from it?
Yeah.
And how to approach it in a less self-destructive way. You know, it's just like, I'm going to do this in a nice way and not in a sort of like, oh, I'm just going to give up sort of way.
That. It's almost like you take a step back and think like, how can I do this in the best sort of way?
Yeah. And sometimes you do need to sort of like take a step back, feel the way that you feel, because that's what I did for the year off.
I was going to say, you said... you phrased it to me before that you said that you almost lost a year of your life.
I did lose from the age of year... I was 25.
Yeah.
I was scared to go out. I had a warped way of looking at the world, because I was just at home. My sleeping patterns were off.
Oh god, yeah.
Just
diets out the window.
Oh yeah, diets, fast food every day. And I saved up so much money. It was just like I'm eating through my savings.
Yeah.
And part of me thought, oh, I really need to get a job, but I was just so scared because I thought every single work that I'm going to join is going to be exactly like that.
Your brain has almost told you that to
expect that. And you know, where you're expecting sort of like a behavior to happen or just something bad to happen, you're constantly, this is where I said dialing up to 11. It felt like every emotion was like an exposed nerve.
Yes.
It was the complete raw experience, and it was so difficult because personally I did feel suicidal. I thought I could just walk out, warning everybody, but it just gets a bit real.
No, please be real with how you're feeling.
I thought I could just step out in front of a road and just not even look and just be like, I don't care anymore, just don't want to. And you know, and I thought no, because things can always be worse.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what? I thought if I do this, I could be, I could be seriously hurt, and things would be 10 times worse, and still be, around. And I thought, yeah, that's not going to happen to me.
Yeah, yeah. And that was actually the point that you realised that it wasn't going to be for you. Like
no, exactly. And I've got that willpower in me.
That's fine, yeah.
Just to keep going. There are times where my emotions were so high and so uncontrollable, I was shaking and vomiting. I would just be in the toilet, just trying to piece everything together.
Yeah. Because your mind's just a scramble.
Literally, my mind was just
big scrambled egg.
It was. It literally. I was mental. Yeah.
So, would you say you really did at one point feel the lowest of the lows?
I felt more than low.
There's no.
It was just pure emotion. It was just pure feeling.
Yeah.
There was no. It was flight or flight response.
Yeah, and then a bit of numbness as well.
Numbness towards the world. Numbness to everything. And thank you for my mum and dad. Through it as well.
Ask who helped? Yeah.
And more so, my dad and my mum. You go to different people for different things, and obviously,
spot on.
My mum was a very, motherly thing. Give you a hug, but I didn't need that because I felt entrapped. I was just like, get away from me, sort of thing.
Didn't want any of that sort of.
And my dad was the complete opposite. He was just like, let him come to you.
Yeah.
So there's me shaking on the floor, and with my legs going. And it's a funny thing of what got me out of that as well. My dad would be crouching down to my height at eye level and a little bit lower because my eyes were out on stalks. So I was looking all over the place, just going completely crazy. And he was just like, I'm here. And he was grabbing me by my fingertips and, he's like, I'm here, reassuring. Yeah.
I've never seen that side of him before.
And my dad's very well educated but when it comes to that sort of thing. But,
Wow. And just having him as a contact.
Yeah. And it's just like, he's there, but he's also far away enough, not to be over encumbered and be like, smothered.
Yes, which obviously was
because
when your mum would have given you.
Yeah. And even, I feel guilty about it, but where, I was feeling so all over the place, she felt bad for herself because she felt like she was a bad mum because I didn't need her for that.
It wasn't.
And it's not that though.
Exactly.
It's just what you need at that time. And, it's just one of those things.
What I really want to dig down with for the purpose of this podcast as well, and Mike, can I say I appreciate how real you've been there because I haven't heard it in that detail.
Yeah, that is like full on detail,
and that's absolutely perfect. And the reason I'm saying that, and I'm so sorry to go through that because I don't wish that on anyone. And I didn't know half of that, but for the people watching this episode, maybe they've been at the bottom of the pit where the hole's so there's no way out. They feel like there's no, whether there's people that are watching this or they know people that have, or even we know for a fact there are people that feel that low.
Oh, of course, yeah.
What would you honestly say is there a turning point for you, or was there something that you think that could help them?
Nick helped me a lot.
Really? I did not know Nick was that.
Honestly, in some ways, you've got to find that.
Yeah.
You've got to find that bit inside you of where you can be happy in yourself. In some ways, you need to sort of like let the whole thing slide.
Okay.
It's just like you've got to let your emotions not take over too much. Like you have got to sort of like let it slide.
Was that let it go?
Let it go, because otherwise it it can be a stranglehold, and it will be a never-ending spiral.
Yes.
And like you can look into it, because I would catastrophize.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing.
Overthink things.
Overthink, yeah. And sometimes your mind can be like, you can think of other scenarios that, you know, you thought of would have happened but hasn't.
Yeah.
And it can trick it. You can trick yourself
into reality.
Yeah.
And I know
it's
exactly what you mean. Yeah.
And it would drive me crazy, and it did. It drove me absolutely, literally drove me crazy.
So did Nick kind of give you like that logic, or
no, he gave me the tools to he gave me the tools to get back into work, sort of like make sure, because he knew people, and you know, he got me into sort of like, he just gave me a foot in the door effectively, and just be like, look, not all places are like this. And we would sit around a fire, and you know, I'd sit in his old house in the basement, and I'd be a little bit sort of wobbly, a little bit, and I would talk to him, and you know, and we would listen to his music and stuff, and you know, it would be nice, and that helped me a lot.
Almost like having someone that kind of understands you without having to say anything. Almost.
Yeah,
like,
sometimes you don't need to say anything.
Yeah.
And even now, you know, I get days of where, you know, I'm at work and I just stand next to somebody, and they just be like, "You all right, Mike?" And I'll be like, "No, but I'm okay because I'm standing next to you."
Yeah, and they're like, "What the fuck? Like,
What the fuck are you on about?" It's like, I'm just craving attention right now.
Yeah. But yeah, so you would say for like people out there, you'd really advise, like, if they can have that person or something, to just give them that, or is it almost
and sometimes you want it in your own,
but having happiness as well,
you want it in your own control, because when things get out of your control, that's when people start to sort of like, they start to lash out a bit more.
Yeah.
And like making sure that person feels like they've got control under something, that's when they start to calm down. And just be like, right, I can mellow out a bit more. And, you know, it's just... No. And
I know you mentioned as well about how there was that happiness as well, that you said you had to let your emotions go, but then also build up the happiness within you.
Yeah.
Did Nick help with that bit? Or was that more yourself?
I think it was more myself in some ways, because like whenever you're sort of like in your head, it's all about yourself. You're so selfish. Like, it's all about the id.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah.
But also like the ego. The ego does help.
Yeah.
Because you think, right, I want to impress. I want to do all this, and you know, it does help you. It does build your self-confidence, and you'd be like, right, I'm going to do this for me.
Yes.
But also, I'm going to help. You know,
that's excellent.
Like this podcast, what you're doing, you know, it will build, you know, I'm sure this podcast helps you.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
It's not just for everyone else. It's also to, it's the fact of knowing that you're helping.
Exactly. And it's sort of like, it boosts them, but it also boosts you. And it's that perfect balance.
It's like purpose, isn't it? I think that's what purpose in life. I think that's kind of what everyone should kind of strive for, like try and find what makes you happy that can help.
And if you can find a purpose that's actually meaningful, and that's what I'd say, like meaningful to you in a healthy way.
Yes.
You'll go leaps and bounds. Honestly,
even if that purpose doesn't straight away help someone else, by living your purpose, eventually does help other people, because you're more fulfilled in how you put yourself out there.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're happy and everyone else is happy.
Yeah.
Because I'm happy. Whee! You know.
Yeah, there was a book, and I can't remember who wrote it, but
let me know.
But my dad wrote read it.
What?
What?
You wrote it?
No. One of the lines in it is, "Feel the fear and do it anyway." It's a proper.
That's really real.
It's just like, you're scared,
but embrace it.
But embrace it and just do it.
Yeah, like fucking embrace how scary it is, and don't you dare not do it.
Yeah,
like,
because you'll become a stronger man,
Yeah.
or woman, or whoever you want to be. It's that mindset.
Instagram reel. That's
son.
clipped. That's clipped already. That's a point. No, I think that's excellent, Mike.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think what you should always strive to do is what scares you in life.
I mean, yeah, up to a certain extent. It's knowing when to back off, though, as well.
Maybe I don't know, free dive off Mount Everest. Like.
I mean, like, well, particularly now that I'm sort of like doing all these things now, because I do snowboarding now, and it's just
You're
like,
officially doing that now.
yes,
That's so cool. 'Cause we had a
Yes.
conversation about that.
yeah,
ago.
and there's a snowboarding festival that I go to in Austria, and it's so
that
good.
was it. Sorry, I
Yeah.
do know. So you went obviously with yeah.
Yeah.
Can't say names, but yeah.
Yeah.
And,
And it's made me more confident because it was the first actual time that I've ever been on a plane, and I thought I'd never do that. Like,
yeah, scary within reason.
within reason, and it's
that's
just
good.
like doing something new is always scary.
Yeah.
But it's just like you feel it, but then you'll feel better for doing it afterwards.
It was really funny because you've just done that today by being here.
Whoa!
The
Actually, to be
whole
fair, I've
circle,
been
bro.
very nervous, like
But
coming
now,
on. But
you're like, mate, you are literally a natural. Like you've come on here and you're so chill now. I don't know if you're still feeling nervous, but
oh yeah, there's a little bit
there's
of me.
underlying bubbling going
Yeah.
on. But man, this is so big, and you're doing something that's a bit scary. Feel the fear, and do it anyway.
Mm.
I think is that what the exact quote was? Feel the well, roughly.
Yeah, I think it's feel the
feel the
fear and
fear,
do it.
Do it anyway. I
Anyway.
think that's such a good thing to bear in mind. I'm just going to rewind a little bit because I wanted to also pick up on Connor.
Yes.
We just kind of went into obviously a really good segment there, and I didn't want to interrupt you. But going back to Connor and stuff, I did want to talk about like the impact of suicide, but more so to help the viewers or the listener, whether they're watching YouTube, whatever. They may know someone that is feeling suicidal, or even if they don't yet. Is there any advice you would be able to say now?
Oh,
That's a
God.
scary thing to ask you.
It's such a unique experience.
Each person as well.
Each person is so unique.
It's so textbook. Yeah.
And you can't be like, right, this will fix you.
Yeah.
And even in myself, I don't actually know.
No.
Because it's just how I felt. And
Yes.
it's just, it's how you are in the moment.
Yeah.
I think. And that in some ways, in a religious term, it's, it's a bit like Buddhism. I listen to history podcasts and all sorts.
Oh, that's quite cool. Please.
But yeah, there's a thing called Empire Podcasts. And
I
they,
actually feel like I might have seen it before.
yeah,
I
and it's a
watched it.
BBC thing.
Oh, okay. I haven't listened to it, but anyway.
But yeah, they talk about Buddhism and the history of it all. And one of the kings just killed everybody and say, mate, believe in Buddhism or
Sounds
else,
like a
sort
good
of
guy.
something like that.
Sound guy.
Sound guy,
Yeah, really
decent guy,
Decent guy.
and then yeah, and then he was just like, you know what? One battle he was just like, I want to be a peace loving sort of like thing afterwards.
Sorry, what the
In the great scheme of things, it's just like, I think he probably sort of like something traumatic happened to him. He'd be like, no, I'm not doing it anymore. Yeah. And it's just like a mindset thing.
Bro, really, you want to go to heaven, so you decided to.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, in Buddhism, it's not.
Buddhism. But
Yeah.
I love Buddhism because it's just like, even though I'm not properly religious.
Oh, how interesting.
Yeah. And it's just like, try not to look at the past because that's come and went.
Yeah.
Try not to look too far in the future because,
That's so far ahead.
it's so far ahead, you don't know what's going to happen.
There'll be obstacles that will come in the way.
But
yeah.
be in the moment. And it's called the middle path.
I've heard of it, but I did not know what it meant.
Yeah, the middle.
Now I know.
The middle path is the here and now.
And just be present.
Be present. And yeah, it was quite funny
Wow.
in the podcast. The woman that's doing all the talking, she said, my neighbour was a Buddhist, and he explained it in such a simple term, and it was just like, being a Buddhist is just try not to be a dick to people. And I was just like, you know what? I love this. It's just so good. And it's just like, oh, I could really get hooked into this.
Man, you got to link me some of these podcasts because I'd be interested as well.
Yeah, it's surprising what you can pick up through history or just something that you enjoy.
Yeah,
and you get something that you just don't anticipate.
Yeah, you don't even have to follow Buddhism as a religion to understand the philosophy behind it and take bits of it.
Yeah, and throughout life, that is just it. Just take clip hits and make it your own. It's like a collage. And this is where art and design, that's why I like art. You can just make it how you want it.
It's excellent. Take the middle path.
Take the middle path.
Always, because you're so right.
But I mean, like, even I get caught up in saying, oh, I'd like to do this in the future. And now that I'm getting near 30, I'm thinking, could have this in my life. I could have had that in my life. But I try not to dwell on it.
Yeah, which obviously you've learned through obviously being off work for that year and stuff. You've learned those mechanisms to go like, can't dwell on that, can't let it eat myself up.
No, exactly. You know, I would be in hysterics. I was just like, but it's crazy. Just like how close laughter and crying is as well. Because I was crying, and then like I would think my leg was going, and I would be like, my leg, and I was just thinking of SpongeBob. After that, well, have you heard that meme? Just like he goes, my leg, and then he'd just be like, oh, honestly,
send it to me. I'll clip it over this.
Yeah. Just be like, my leg.
I'll put it over to YouTube video. My leg.
Yeah,
that's brilliant.
Yeah, honestly, and then that's when I started to laugh. And I would sort of like get away from that situation in my head, and it's the distractions.
Yeah,
and if
that helps you through it.
If you can find a happy distraction, that is the best thing.
Yeah. That helps you work through it.
Yeah, and it's a temporary thing, but it helps.
Yeah. Especially because sometimes time does heal, and
Of course, yeah.
So people say like, "Oh, you shouldn't go for distractions because you're not actually working yourself." But no, it makes you happy. It's a happy distraction, and it makes you feel better.
Yes.
And as long as you keep that frame and that energy into your actual life,
because otherwise it is just it's a balancing act.
It's a balancing work life, as you said.
Yeah, everything is a balancing act.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing to quickly put in the podcast because we're fine. We're just over an hour, which is fine. We can.
Damn.
It's all good, bro. It's all good, bro. We got time. But to quickly link into, I think it's important. You really wanted to mention the work-life balance. I think that's good to bring in. That's one of the biggest things you've learned since COVID and all of this stuff is the work-life balance.
Yeah.
And that would you say that is big advice for anyone on?
Even I struggle with my work-life balance.
Even now.
I've tried to make changes about it.
Yeah.
And it's generally working for the moment. And it's just, and nothing is ever permanent. And that's what you got to take.
That's another great point. That nothing is permanent. Where you are now is not forever.
You won't feel. Yeah. Other people have said it before in other podcasts.
It's important.
Previous ones, but it's really important
to keep on reinforcing.
Yeah. It really is.
Yeah.
Because you might feel completely different in the next 5 seconds, an hour.
Yeah.
Or so.
I'm going to ask you a deep question here.
Doop.
Doop. Yeah. With anything that's happened since COVID, all of that really low point, do you, like, if you could go back, would you wish you never had that ever happen? Or has it actually given you things that you're happy to be where you are now? It's a deep one, but would you change any of it? It's crazy.
Would I change it? Of course.
Well, I wish you never felt that low.
Who wouldn't change things? Yeah. But shoulda, woulda, coulda.
And you can't change, like we said about the middle path. You can't change it.
Can't change it,
and
it makes you who you are. And I think in some ways, I'm a better person for experiencing everything.
100%. I think that's right, Mike. Like, I think this episode, and it sounds horrible saying it, but what you've told me about is so real and so raw, and I think it's given so much for the listener to go back with.
Of course,
what you've said, and as much as I wish, Mike, I wish you never felt that low. I mean, that's fucking horrible. And
Same here.
but mate, when you're telling it to me, and like I cannot even comprehend. I'm not just saying it to be nice. I genuinely cannot ever, and I'm lucky that I can't. Because fuck that. I'm sorry.
It's.
I mean, the fact you're here now talking about this. Little round of applause. I'm on a little crowd noises. Woo! And all those 1,000-seat standing ovation. Yeah, woo! But genuinely, Mike, it's yeah.
Yeah. What you're doing is amazing as well. Like honestly,
stop it.
And plus for everybody that has been on before me, thank you, whoever.
Oh, that's excellent, Mike. I appreciate,
You've inspired me as well.
Yeah, because it's not just you as well. There's a lot of guests
and that's from the bottom of my heart.
You know so much. But there's a lot of guests that come on here that we've never said on here that you think on the camera that they're really confident and they're happy to talk and they start straight away. That's not the case. A lot of them,
honestly, like coming on here, I was absolutely just. Going crazy in my own head. Just be like, what am I going to say?
Well, no, the whole weekend, I was meaning to message you and I was like, oh God, I hope Mike's not going absolutely crazy because I was DJing Saturday night, I was out Friday night, and I work Sundays.
Yeah.
So the whole weekend I was like, does he just pop Mark a message and just make sure he's feeling all right about Monday? Yeah. In the end, I messaged you yesterday, wasn't it? And I was like, Mike, are you okay?
Which is the most amount of messages I've actually ever had from Finn.
Ever. In the whole 20 plus years.
Yeah. Just be like, hi, 1 month later.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, I'm sorry to get it.
You might put it in a message in a bottle. And just,
Message, just let it go. Reel it back in.
I genuinely wanted to
reply.
Yeah, I genuinely wanted to make sure yesterday that you weren't spiraling, and I was like, Mike, if you can't do it, don't feel bad. But nope. Kudos to you. You messaged me and said, no, I'm still up for it. I was like, come on. Let's go. And I'm so thankful you did. There's a lot of guests that still can't pluck up the coach, and I won't name drop, but there are several people. So at the moment, I'll say on the podcast, I think we've got
and even if it's just because even I was just like, oh, should I invite somebody to come with me just as a reassurance sort of thing?
Yeah. And that would have been fine.
Yeah.
So how many? Yeah. So at the moment, we've got one. Including you, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I thought it was 31, innit?
So yeah. Oh yeah, should we count how many episodes as well? There's 11 people, 12 guests that I've got lined up, confirmed.
Damn.
Which is
busy old time.
Which is 4 months worth I've already got confirmed. So this podcast is not going anywhere. We've got 4 months of content and I haven't even recorded it yet. So it's really good. In terms of episodes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, 21, 25, 26, 27, 29. I think, if I've done that wrong, I think my episode was 30. So I think this is 31.
Damn.
Because can I just say quickly, have you heard of the phrase? It's called pod fade, I think it's called. Have you heard of it before? Where there's hundreds of thousands of podcasts, as you know. There's hundreds of thousands of them. On average, so I'm just bigging myself up here, but on average, if you added all of the episodes together and all of the shows and divided it, it works on average 7. Every single podcast has 7 episodes before they fade out.
Right.
So there's a thing that after the 7th episode, it
just fades.
Hundreds of thousands of them fade out.
Speaking of
31.
Speaking of podcasts and things, when I was going through my crisis and everything, I used to listen to a podcast called Calm It Down. It's on Spotify.
Calm It Down.
Calm It Down. And he's a musician.
Right.
And honestly, he's not licensed or anything like all this sort of thing, but he would give you coping mechanisms and he would just talk about all sorts of weird and wonderful things. And then he was just like, at the end, he would be like, oh, make sure you send me chocolate chip cookies and all this sort of business. And I'm just like, okay.
Oh my God, calm it down. Can you
calm
send
it down
that to me, please?
Of course.
I think that's exactly what we'd like to bring into the podcast, like those coping mechanisms and helping people. That's spot on. So I'd love to listen, and actually, I'll probably turn into an avid listener. That's exactly what I want to listen
honestly,
to.
I would just pop it on late at night, and this is when I'd struggle to sleep. I'd just pop that on, and I'd be like, and this is when I was in a bad state. I would listen to Calm It Down podcast.
Is it still going, do you know?
It's still going.
Excellent.
Yeah,
excellent.
honestly, he's doing all these weird and wonderful things. And
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, please do. I think that'd be so inspiring to listen to. And I'll link it.
Really is.
I'll link it in the description as well on YouTube and whatnot, so that people can check it out, because I think that's a really good thing to do.
Of course.
Is there anything else at the moment you think we want to discuss?
Oh,
there's
there's so much. I could talk your ears off.
We could do
all
hours
day.
and hours.
Hours and hours.
I think there's so many more stories of Connor and so many more stories of, like, we can't do too much. We'll end up doing parts, and like we've got
a bit like what Nick did.
Exactly.
yeah.
Nick's. I hope you don't mind me saying this, but I think we were recording for like over 3 hours with Nick.
3 hours.
I think it was about 3 hours.
Jesus.
Ask Nick, 'cause it was a long time.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
it was great. And you know what? With someone with ADHD, I really struggle sometimes to just stay focused. But with you, most of my podcasts, but more specifically Nick as well, the fact it was like over 3 hours, and I was so invested.
Honestly, when you have somebody so sort of like invested, and when you're sort of on the same wavelengths, you can just talk and talk and talk.
Nick's a great storyteller as well. Like we did jump in between the timelines quite a lot, but anyway, we'll be here for ages talking about it.
Of course.
We do wrap it up, because the listener will be like, "Oh God,
what the hell?
What the hell? Guys?
I'm so bored already.
Come on, yeah,
get on with it."
The very last.
Move on. I'm stop listening now. I'm unsubscribed.
We'll just,
I'm done.
Dislike. The very last thing we should do quickly before we wrap up, the playlist.
Oh, the playlist.
The 2 songs.
Oh.
And I'll add them to the Spotify.
Well, I told you in the car, didn't I?
You did tell me, but I'm going to act like you didn't tell me. So I'll be like, whoa.
Well, I'll
what
probably
a good
get
song.
the name of the song wrong.
Oh, yes.
That's the thing. I know it's by Feeder, but it's just the way I'm feeling.
Let me find out. Feeder,
Las Vegas.
Feeder, no, you're right. Just the way I'm feeling.
Just the way I'm feeling.
That's the one. I do know it. Should I play it to the mic? Don't
Oh,
copyright
copy
me.
strike.
Don't copyright me, guys. When does it get good? I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh.
Yeah, if you guys know that. I
Gosh.
think you get copyrighted. I know you get copyrighted for anything. That's straight.
Anything.
Yes, that's in there. And then the second one,
one of your personal favourites.
I do know. I think
And
I
you'd
do
be
know
like,
the song now.
oh, Linkin Park Lost.
Yes, that's what I'm adding. Yeah, I must know that. I must.
You've got to. If you're a fan of Linkin Park,
you've
then,
got to know Lost. Yeah.
And it's one of their sort of like, what is it, their anniversary albums, and they've just released a whole new I think it was 2 new songs.
Yeah. I just heard the first like couple of notes.
Yeah. It's just, I love the electrical sound.
I know the song straight away.
Yeah. It's just like, bosh, I'm down.
As soon as you hear the first note, I do know it. Yeah. And it's Chester in there. With both songs quickly, what is it about them that really helped with you and your mental health? Or even just...
Feeder it's the early 2000s, and it sort of like brings me back to... Nostalgia, and honestly, nostalgia is the best thing.
Yeah.
And like, I've been on holidays, and it's just like, it's made me feel so much better.
It's like that comfort, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's just like, I've even cried over nostalgia because it's just like, it's such a nice feeling. It's just like, oh, I remember this. This is nice.
Yeah.
But Lost is sort of like, it's deep, it's meaningful, and it's just like how you feel. Yeah, it's all about feelings, and it's just you've got to feel it.
I think as well, in knowing that song now, like Chester's very vulnerable.
Yeah, and
hugely.
Yeah,
and that's quite sad now looking at what happened.
Yeah, but it's okay to be vulnerable.
Exactly. Yeah, it's very, very good. No, it's excellent, and I just wish he felt a different way and felt like he could have,
Yeah.
It's so sad. Rest in peace, Chester. Always. And that's why I hope this is what we're doing today. Like,
and
I want to help.
Yeah, and it's one of those things just where you find connections in different ways.
Yeah.
I didn't realise that Chester liked Gundam, which is a what is it? It's an anime.
Oh,
but it's like little models and things. I was just like, oh, that's cool.
That's actually really random.
Yeah,
that's such a funny thing to find
I think
out.
it was Somewhere I Belong, and it was like part of a sort of collab.
And then you do like your research. You're like, damn.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
That's such a crazy.
It's so random, but yeah.
It's a random bit of like Linkin Park lore that
Yeah.
you just uncovered for all the Linkin Park heads out there.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
what?
It's like, what?
What the hell? Rest in peace, Chester, and long live Linkin Park as well, as always. Yeah, rock on, dude. On that note, we're finishing up.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Yes, this is the Mental Health Podcast. Bye.
Bye.
No, I will say, as always, I'll finish it off. This has been Finn Tumber. I've said it many times on this podcast, said at the start.
Damn.
This has been Mike Ash. And my full name dropped to you. Don't say no. I'd say, Michael, shut up.
Okay, I'll shut up now. Bye.
That's it.